All right. So today we're here for the demo day. Like I said, batch 494, and you'll be able to see their final project in just a few minutes. But first, who we are at Wagon, what we do. So we are a coding bootcamp. Our motto is to change your life, learn to code. So we teach code to people that want to either change their careers, transition into a new career, or just add extra skills onto their existing skills and jobs. So people always come to me and say, Zach, I have so many different things that I want to do, but I don't know how to do so. I don't have the right technical skills to do so. So if you are in one of those three cases, then Wagon is for you. So the first one is that you have amazing ideas, you have amazing projects in mind that you would love to build, but you simply feel like you don't have the technical skills to build them. And so you would like to have the tools and the skills to be able to do so. And so right now, maybe you don't know how to do that, but maybe by learning to code and by joining the bootcamp, then that is something that you will be able to do. Or another case scenario where you have an existing company or you are every day working with a team of technical people, developers, product managers, and you're struggling to talk with these people. You're struggling to communicate with them because you don't have the digital literacy or digital terms to be able to communicate with these people. And so that's, that can be very frustrating at times. Or lastly, if you want to completely change your career, you want to transition to a new tech role, you want to enter the tech industry, but you simply don't know how, you simply don't know where to start, then, how can you go about doing that? And how can you go about solving those three situations? Well, this is where Wagon comes in. We bring technical skills to creative people. And by bringing you technical skills, we allow you to land your dream job. And so to land your dream job, we mean by either starting your career as a web developer, either in a company, in a tech company, in a startup or a bigger company, or also if you want to become a freelancer or a digital nomad and you want to be able to work from anywhere around the world, you can do that once you have the technical skills. You can become a developer, freelancing, and traveling when we can, of course. That's an opportunity that you can do as well, that you can have as well. Or also, if you're interested in entrepreneurship, if you have that entrepreneurship fiber and you want to launch your own startup and you want to, simply build a company. And to do that, of course, you need to be able to build an MVP and to be able to have the necessary coding skills to be able to build the first version of your app. Or like I said, if you want to transition to a tech role and you want to just simply join the tech industry, whether it's being as a developer, a product manager, or even as a data analyst or data scientist, that is something you can do after learning to code with us. So today we're talking about the part-time web development bootcamp. So our students went through a 24-week program, one bootcamp, 24 weeks, and that represents roughly 450 hours of code. And that's, I think that's a bare estimate, but we can even say that there's much more than that because even outside of the coding, outside of the hours of the bootcamp, our students still really worked hard and coded a lot. So that's the part-time bootcamp. And with that, you will acquire new skills, but you'll also, acquire a new mindset because we also teach you how to think as developers and how to approach different problems and different situations as developers. And most importantly, it also opens the doors to new opportunities for your career and for your post bootcamp life and career. So how does the part-time web development bootcamp go? Well, it's 6 months, 24 weeks to learn web development. So it's each week during 24 weeks. You watch the lecture at home. There's 2 online lectures per week that you need to watch at home. And then you come on campus and you work on exercises with your other students, with your other buddies. And you have the teaching staff here on deck to help you out. And that way, if you have any questions, if you need help consolidating the knowledge, just in general to practice everything you learned during the lecture, you do that on campus with us. And throughout the 24 weeks, you really learn a lot and you're increasing gradually your knowledge to, in the end, you'll see what the students are able to build after that 24 weeks amount of time. If you also want to do that, but in a smaller time frame, you can do this exact same program, exact same curriculum, but instead it's 9 weeks. And that again represents the same roughly 450 hours of code. And again, new skills, new mindset, and amazing opportunities. And like I said, we are a part of an amazing worldwide community that you join once you join Wagon, 43 cities across the world and 10,000 alumni. And this is a huge community that you get to be a part of. Once you join the bootcamp, you join that community, that family for life. So change your life, learn to code. That's the motto at Wagon. And if you're interested, don't hesitate to let us know in the chat if you have any questions or just send us an email. Go on our website, lewagon.com, to get all the information that you need. And that way you will be able to have all the answers to your questions answered if you're ever interested in the bootcamp. And time for the demo. So today I'm very, very proud to introduce to you Lena, Adelaide, Christina, and Ryan. They've been working super, super hard for the past 24 weeks. And most importantly, for the past 5 weeks on this amazing project that we'll present to you called Cast with Friends. And I hope you're all excited to see their project. You'll see that it's really, really, truly incredible app. And so I'm sure they're very excited to introduce it to you. And what we're going to do is they're going to do their presentation. And at the end, I will be able to open the floor for questions. And that way you can ask them questions about the project and I'll be able to relate to that. So let's have an open conversation about that. All right. So without further ado, I will stop sharing my screen and I will introduce to the floor Lena, Adelaide, Christina, and Ryan. The floor is yours. Let's get it.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here this evening. I've been a podcast lover for almost 10 years now, and it's just that I've been through many phases. I've been through movies, I've been through very different topics, including food right now. I'm really into food, but I have one issue. I can't discuss about food with my friends. My friends love movies, and that's actually how we became friends. We were discussing about podcasts and having really nice conversations. But I've become a foodie over the past few weeks listening to different podcasts. And I want to share my opinions with someone, talk to someone about all the foods that I love and my experience with food. New recipes, maybe even. But no, my friends. So I looked for something on the internet and I found this really nice website called Cast with Friends. On Cast with Friends, I get to listen to a podcast with other people from all around the world and at the same time discuss with them. So I post the podcast, then we get to have a discussion, and then we play the podcast again, and then pause again and have a discussion. It's really nice and pretty easy to use, actually. So, as a podcast lover, what I like to do is go to my dashboard. So, it's like my home. Let's view it as my home. I go to my house, my home, and I can see that I have upcoming created events. What we call events here is meant to be like a room in my home. And underneath there, I have rooms where I am participating. These are not rooms that I created, but other people created. And although I just said I'm really into food these days, I don't have to only be into food. I can just participate in any event I want to participate in. So right now, I want to create a new room because I found this really nice podcast. So I click on the new events button, and then I have this little bar that's going to help me look for the podcast that I'm looking for. So I believe it was something like food. And by typing food, I should be able to find the podcast. Oh, wait, they have it. They have it. This is great. This Food Buskers Cult Food Stories is just amazing. I really recommend it to you. So I click or I just go into this podcast, and then I want to say, let's start with the first episode because these are the episodes. So I believe it was about ramen. Ramen, yes. Okay, good. They have it. I can create my room. So I can confirm that this is the podcast, Food Buskers Called Food Stories. The episode is ramen. This is good. This is the one I want. Now I need to give some time for people to find the event and join the event, say they're going to participate. So I would say the 7th, because the 7th is a good day. I like 7, it's a nice number, and it's during the week. So 7:15 p.m. is the time I think is nice. And title, I would say hashtag first and ramen food burskers because this way people can maybe know about buskers, maybe know about ramen, maybe they're interested. I'm trying to get people to participate in my event, and the description also helps. So it's friendly. The kind of atmosphere I'm looking for is friendly. So let's enjoy listening to food together because it's a listening experience. So it's exactly what I'm looking for. So having done this, it's created. My event exists. My room exists. But now I can see it's in my timeline, and I just have to wait for the 7th so that people can come and join me.
Hi, my name is Lina, and then I'm not a podcast person myself, but like one of my friends recommended me really this cool website, Cast with Friends. So even though you're not a podcast person, but like if you join here and then you can meet a new person. So whenever I come here, what I do is I will go to a all events page. So if I go all events, I can see what others created, like all of this, and then I can choose the like event I want to participate. And then this is like dinner time in Korea. I feel like talking about ramen. So if I click that event, number 1 ramen food buskers, and then I got a lot, and then I'm going to save it in my dashboard. And if I go to my dashboard, see that you can find the like this event in here. And then the time is right now, so I'm going to join it right now.
So now we are in the room, and to show you how great it is, I will mute myself on Zoom.
Now I am in the room and I can play the podcast.
There is a unique collection of dishes in the world that elicit a fervent following from their devotees, producing almost religious veneration in their preparation and consumption. Cult foods.
Oh, I decided to pause the audio. So the podcast is now on pause and I can talk to everyone in the room. I am the creator of the event. Nice to meet you all. Lina and Ryan, I believe, is here. I'm Ade.
Hi, Ade. I'm Lena. Oh my God, I can talk to you over the website. It's really, really cool. I'm Lena from Korea. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm really glad that you got to join me for this podcast.
Oh my God, thank you for creating this event. Like, I'm really excited to talk about ramen. And then, yeah, like, shall we discuss it later more?
Yes, let's listen to the podcast.
Okay, sure.
Let me play it again.
Restaurants and crash Instagram. The chefs that serve them attain rock star status. Their followers come to worship at their bowl of ramen, barbecue of brisket, or pork of pie. I'm John Coulter, aka The Food Busker, and this is called Food Stories, the series where I dig into some of the world's most unique, obsessive, popular food. Oh, and that tastes delicious.
Hello?
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, sure. Like, so like before we really like join in the like middle of like podcast, I want to talk about like our favorite ramen together. Like, can I ask you what is your favorite ramen and then your memories there?
Of course. There is actually a reason why I chose this very specific podcast to create this room. It's because right before graduating from high school, I went to Japan with my mother. And right before going to the hotel, we stopped by this little shop, ramen shop, and I had this tasty ramen. And it's just such a great memory. And that's why I wanted to share this with everyone. What about you, Lina? Do you have any favorite ramen?
Oh yeah, like for me, like I usually go for soyu ramen, and then like even in Korea, and then whenever I travel in Japan, I go for the really famous ramen place, and then take all the soyu ramen, and then like write down in my blog, and then like so that's why I really like this podcast and where it can bring us. It was really nice to talk to you about it and then creating this event.
Thank you for sharing your experience. It was really interesting. Actually, you know what? This is actually a great series of food, and I would like to share this event every week. So at the same time, you can look forward to listening to a podcast from food buskers.
Mm-hmm. That'll be
Hope you'll
really
enjoy
great.
it.
Yeah, sure, of course. Like if you're creating like the like events for every week, I will join it. Like if I have a time, like so we can like talk about it and then like discuss it later as well.
This is great. I look forward to talking to you again.
I'm looking forward to talking to you again. It's really nice talking to you, Ade.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I have now left the room and I am back to the homepage. It was such a nice experience to just talk to someone over the internet like this. I just did it with my phone. I can do it with my phone. I can do it with my computer anytime, anywhere. It's just really nice. So, be you a podcast lover just like me, or
the like person who like to meet a new people,
just come and join us. The more the merrier.
the more the merrier. I will see you in this app really soon.
Looking forward to meeting you.
Okay. Bye, everyone. Thank you for listening.